What if you could skip traffic by flying over it? China just did the unthinkable, launching a real personal flying car for only 9,090. It's called the Envo Aero One, and it doesn't belong in a sci-fi movie. It belongs in your driveway. Vertical takeoff, electric motors, and AI flight control, all built for daily commutes. While Western prototypes still cost over 100,000 and remain in testing, this one's already in the sky. From city deliveries to rooftop landings, the future of mobility is unfolding. Not in California, but in China. So, are we still driving, or are we about to fly? The shock launch heard around the world. While the world fixated on the electric vehicle rivalry between Tesla and BYD, a silent revolution was taking place. Behind the scenes, NIO, a Chinese automotive company, was crafting something extraordinary. Not just another electric car, but a flying one. Enter the Envo Aero One, a vehicle that defies convention and gravity, priced at an astonishing 9,990. This isn't a prototype or a distant dream. The Envo Aero One is real, functional, and ready for the masses. It's a testament to China's rapid advancements in technology and manufacturing. The vehicle's unveiling sent shockwaves through the automotive industry, challenging long-held notions of transportation. While Tesla was making headlines, China was building liftoff, remarked an industry analyst, capturing the essence of this groundbreaking development. The Aero One's debut isn't just about a new vehicle, it's about redefining mobility. It's about envisioning a future where the skies are as accessible as the roads. And with its affordable price point, the Aero One brings that future within reach for many. Now that we've witnessed the Aero One's dramatic entrance, let's delve into the mechanics that make this marvel possible. How it actually works. At the heart of the Aero One lies a blend of innovation and practicality. Its design incorporates vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, capabilities, allowing it to ascend and descend vertically, eliminating the need for runways. This is achieved through a hybrid propulsion system, combining electric motors with lightweight materials to ensure efficiency and safety. The vehicle boasts a flight range of approximately 120 kilometers on a single charge, making it ideal for urban commutes and short trips. Advanced AI-assisted stability controls ensure smooth navigation, while geofencing technology restricts its operation to designated airspaces, maintaining order in the skies. Built on NIO's NT 3.0 ultra-lightweight chassis, the Aero One benefits from modular battery swapping, a feature that allows users to replace depleted batteries swiftly, minimizing downtime. Not built for airports, built for apartments, quipped a NIO engineer, emphasizing the Aero One's urban-centric design. Understanding the Aero One's technology is one thing, but how did NIO manage to make such a sophisticated vehicle so affordable? Why it's so cheap? The Aero One's surprisingly low price tag is the result of strategic decisions and innovative practices. NIO leverages modular drone components, motors, sensors, and batteries that are mass-produced and cost-effective. By repurposing existing technologies, they reduce research and development expenses. Vertical integration plays a crucial role. NIO manufactures most of the Aero One's components in-house, from chips to chassis. This control over the supply chain not only cuts costs, but also ensures quality and consistency. Government support cannot be overlooked. Chinese city pilot programs, particularly in Hainan and Shenzhen, provide subsidies and incentives for companies developing sustainable transportation solutions. These programs have significantly offset production costs for NIO. This isn't luxury, it's mobility at scale, stated Envo's project lead, highlighting the company's mission to make advanced transportation accessible to the general public. With affordability and technology addressed, let's explore who the Aero One is designed for and how it fits into the urban landscape. Who this is really made for. Not every flying vehicle needs to look like it came from a sci-fi movie. The Envo Aero One isn't built for luxury or leisure, it's built for everyday life. And that's exactly who it's made for. People who just need to get from A to B, faster, safer, and without depending on roads. First and foremost, the Aero One is for urban commuters. It's compact, quiet, and low-flying, designed to operate under 30 meters. Just high enough to skip the traffic, but low enough to avoid air traffic lanes. With a flight range of 120 kilometers, it's perfect for people living in the city or nearby suburbs who need a daily mobility solution that doesn't involve jam-packed roads or unreliable. Trains. Second, it's tailored for delivery workers and gig drivers. In places like Chengdu and Guangzhou, local couriers are already testing the Aero One to deliver food and packages across neighborhoods in half the time it takes by scooter. No traffic lights, no left turns, no speed limits, just direct overhead movement. "I can make 40% more deliveries in a shift," said one pilot rider testing the vehicle. Third, it's made for emergency responders and medical couriers. Quick takeoffs, vertical landings, and precision GPS control make the Aero One a great fit for responding to fires, crashes, or even organ deliveries in tight city zones. Imagine bypassing all the gridlock to deliver life-saving aid. That's not just cool, it's vital. And finally, it's for people who just want a better way to move. The Aero One folds and stores in EV garages, rooftop pads, or even balconies. It doesn't require a full hangar or a pilot's license, just an open mind and a new way of thinking about commuting. As one engineer put it, "We didn't build for prestige, we built for people." Transition. So now we know who the Aero One is meant for. But how are cities responding? Are urban planners preparing for this shift, or just hoping it goes away? Let's explore what Chinese cities are doing to make the skies safe and structured. China's skyways. While much of the world debates whether flying cars are real, Chinese cities are already building lanes for them in the sky. In places like Shenzhen, Hangzhou, and Hainan, aerial traffic is becoming part of urban planning. Not a novelty, but a necessity. In Shenzhen, city officials have already mapped out designated low-altitude corridors, essentially air highways for short-distance electric flyers like the Aero One. These lanes follow major boulevards, rail lines, and emergency service routes, allowing vehicles to move quickly while staying within safe zones. Think of it as invisible roads in the sky. Next comes infrastructure. Rooftop micro-vertiports, small takeoff and landing pads, are being built on top of apartment buildings, shopping centers, and government buildings. These sites are equipped with charging points, navigation systems, and safety beacons to guide flying vehicles. According to government estimates, over 10,000 vertiports will be installed by 2026. City apps and navigation systems are also being updated to support aerial traffic guidance. Maps will show 3D traffic layers with altitude markers, speed zones, and geofencing areas. Drones, flying cars, and delivery units will have to communicate with the city grid in real time, and the Aero One is already designed to do just that. "It's like building roads all over again, but this time they're invisible," said one urban planning official from Shanghai. The goal isn't just to allow flying vehicles, but to manage them, just like we manage traffic lights in intersections today. And the government isn't doing this alone. NIO is working closely with municipal agencies to align flight protocols, location sharing, and real-time diagnostics with public transport systems. Now that the groundwork is literally being laid in the sky, it raises an even more powerful question. How is the Aero One going to be used in real life, beyond personal use? Let's talk delivery fleets, food service, and emergency response fleet deals. The Envo Aero One isn't just for individuals looking to skip traffic. It's quickly becoming a favorite tool for fleet operators, from food delivery companies to emergency service teams. And in cities across China, it's already in active testing for jobs that once required wheels. First up, food and package delivery. E-commerce giants like JD.com and Meituan have signed pilot agreements with Envo to trial the Aero One for last-mile deliveries. The results? Promising. In early tests, delivery times were reduced by up to 50% compared to scooters and vans. Hot food stays hot, packages arrive faster, and drivers cover more ground in less time. Next, we have healthcare logistics. In Chengdu, the Aero One is being tested for medical deliveries, transporting vaccines, blood, and even organs between hospitals. In emergencies, every second counts, and a vehicle that can rise above traffic is a literal lifesaver. What took 25 minutes in a car now takes 4 minutes in the air, said a hospital logistics coordinator. It's also proving useful for emergency response teams. Fire departments are exploring its use to scout disaster zones from above, deliver equipment, or even drop defibrillators to on-scene responders in high-rise buildings. With autonomous flight capabilities built in, the Aero One doesn't even need a human driver in these cases. And finally, logistics giants are watching closely. While companies like FedEx and Amazon have drone programs, they're largely experimental. NIO's Aero One is already proving itself on the streets, or rather, above them. One logistics exec said, "This is not a prototype. This is a practical tool right now." So fleets are buying in, cities are adapting, people are flying. But while the buzz grows, many are asking a harder question. Can Western companies even keep up? Let's take a look at how the rest of the world is responding. The Western world can't keep up. While China is building skylanes and landing pads, Western companies are still stuck in the prototype phase. In the US and Europe, flying cars are mostly luxury experiments, not scalable transport tools. Jetson One costs around $98,000. Aelof's vehicle? Nearly $300,000. Klein Vision's flying car prototype looks cool, but it still needs a runway. None are close to mass production. And it's not just about price. It's about infrastructure, regulation, and mindset. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, in the US hasn't approved any personal VTOLs for commercial use. Meanwhile, Envo's Aero One is already zipping across Chinese rooftops and inner-city skies. "We're watching the future happen, just not here," said a US-based mobility startup founder. Tesla, the name everyone expects to lead such revolutions, has made no serious move in the flying vehicle space. Elon Musk once said flying cars were noisy and unsafe. But that was years ago. Now, NIO has quietly leapfrogged Tesla by producing a cheap, scalable flying car backed by functioning infrastructure. In the mobility world, silence isn't just absence, it's lost ground. Even in Europe, where companies like Lilium and Volocopter are testing air taxis, progress is slow. Most models are aimed at airports, VIP users, or future smart cities. The Aero One, in contrast, is built for everyday life. It's simpler, cheaper, and, most importantly, real. "China isn't playing catch-up anymore," said one German auto analyst. "They're writing the rules." So while the West waits on expensive prototypes and slow-moving regulations, China is already airborne. But what does that look like in numbers? How many people want this? Where are they flying? And how fast is demand growing? Let's dive into global pre-orders. Global pre-orders are exploding. As of Q2 2020 high, the Envo Aero One has received over 12,000 pre-orders in China alone, and that number is growing weekly. The buzz has officially gone global. In Europe, where NIO is pushing hard, early interest is booming, especially in Italy, the Netherlands, and the UK, where local pilot zones and EV subsidies make adoption easier. NIO has already announced plans to ramp production to 30,000 units per month by the end of this quarter. At that scale, we're not talking about a niche gadget. We're talking about a mass-market vehicle designed to shift how people move through cities. It's not about being first. It's about being first and affordable, said one Envo marketing lead. Buyers aren't just techies. According to NIO's internal data, the bulk of pre-orders are from urban middle-class workers, small business owners, and delivery operators. The low price, vertical takeoff, and zero parking headache make it an obvious upgrade from scooters, cars, or even e-bikes in many Chinese and Southeast Asian cities. In Europe, some regulators remain cautious, but the demand is undeniable. NIO is working closely with municipal partners to create test corridors for early adopters. Think designated sky zones where buyers can fly under set conditions. In exchange, users get access to one of the most talked about mobility upgrades in decades. With global excitement rising and production scaling fast, there's still one question that could ground the entire project: safety. Can the Aero One really fly thousands of people around cities without putting them at risk? Let's talk about crashes, hacks, and real-world concerns. Safety, crashes, and hack risks. No matter how cool it looks or how cheap it is, one thing matters most. Is it safe? And that's where NIO has spent much of its time and money. The Envo Aero One comes equipped with dual motor redundancy, meaning if one motor fails, the other can still keep the vehicle aloft long enough for an emergency landing. But there's more. The system uses AI-powered stabilization to automatically adjust for wind, tilt, and rider balance. Think of it like an intelligent drone that knows when to correct itself, but built for humans. One of the most important features is the emergency glide-down system. If the power cuts out mid-air, the vehicle will auto-descend in a controlled glide, reducing crash risk. Then there's the issue of hacking, a real concern for connected vehicles. The Aero One is equipped with end-to-end GPS encryption and automatic firewall updates. Its navigation system is locked into China's low-altitude flight zones, and geofencing tech makes it impossible to fly into restricted airspace or over sensitive areas like schools or government buildings. Still, some experts are raising flags. We haven't seen how this behaves in dense rain, wind, or sudden signal loss, said one cybersecurity analyst. Others worry about pilot error or unauthorized modifications. While NIO says future models will include remote flight override by city control centers, that infrastructure is still rolling out. In other words, it's safe, but like all new tech, not without risks. Safety concerns are valid, but they also highlight something bigger. We're no longer debating if flying cars are coming. We're debating how to manage them. So how are cities preparing to handle fleets of personal aircraft buzzing through downtown skies? That's next. Can cities handle flying cars? It's one thing to build a flying car. It's another thing entirely to manage what happens once thousands of them take to the sky. The Envo Aero One's success has sparked a massive, immediate question in cities worldwide. What infrastructure do we need for personal air travel? Right now, most cities aren't ready. The truth is, our current systems weren't built with this in mind. Zoning laws, air traffic regulations, and even basic things like insurance rules don't apply to a $990 vehicle that floats over intersections. This isn't a car, and it's not a drone. So what do we call it? Asked a Shenzhen transportation official. That confusion has slowed adoption in the West, but not in China. In places like Shanghai and Hangzhou, new departments have been created just to handle low-altitude transport. These teams are building digital air corridors, marked by GPS and controlled via AI, where flying cars can move safely. Think of it like invisible highways in the sky. There are plans for sky traffic lights, hover zones, and even small air curbs that manage who flies where. But the real stress test is coming. Once thousands of Aero Ones are in the sky, will we see order or chaos? That's what cities must prepare for. Without strict air control and real-time oversight, even the safest vehicle becomes a risk. The next phase of innovation won't be hardware. It will be urban traffic design, just 30 feet above our heads. And as city planners scramble, the people are already flying. So the question becomes, who should be allowed to buy this vehicle? And are there risks when flying cars become as accessible as scooters? Public opinion: for every person excited about a $9,990 flying car, there's someone else who's scared of what comes next. Public opinion is split. On one side, tech fans, early adopters, and city commuters dreaming of skipping traffic. On the other, cautious parents, skeptics, and regulators wondering what could go wrong if the skies get crowded too fast. Videos of the Aero One are going viral. TikTok is filled with clips of test flights, rooftop landings, and low hover demos over parking lots. Many people comment, "I want one," but others raise concerns about noise, privacy, and accidents. What happens if someone crashes into a balcony or misuses the tech? Some cities are already facing backlash. In Wuhan, a local community pushed back against a nearby test zone, citing noise and safety worries. In contrast, younger users in Chengdu are calling the Aero One a freedom machine. This gap between excitement and concern is exactly what happened with drones, scooters, and even e-bikes. New tech always splits the room. As one mobility expert said, "We've crossed the line from concept to controversy, and that's how you know something's real." Whether cities ban them or build around them, one thing is clear: the flying car era is no longer just fantasy, It's becoming a public debate. And while the debate continues, China keeps flying forward. So let's zoom out. What does the Aero One mean for global mobility? And could it shift how the entire world moves? The global shift is already happening. Zoom out far enough, and the story gets bigger. The Envo Aero One isn't just a cool new toy, it's a symbol of a massive shift in who leads the future of transport. For decades, the West has set the pace, but now the flying car market and urban air mobility is being driven by China. NIO's approach is different from Tesla, Ford, or even Lilium. Instead of building for luxury or exclusivity, they've designed something practical, cheap, and built for scale. China has the factories, the battery tech, and the political will to make this real. In short, they're not waiting for permission. They're building the future. That global ambition is spreading. By the end of 2025, Envo plans to bring their Aero One to 15 international markets, starting with Europe and Southeast Asia. Local governments are being approached. Test corridors are being approved. Even in Australia, recent trademarks suggest NIO is preparing its move. The sky may be global, but the lead is clearly Chinese. Western companies need to stop treating flying cars like science fiction, said a European trade analyst, because China already made it a business. If the Aero One succeeds, it could reshape global mobility standards, pressure Western regulators, and completely alter how we think about transportation across continents. And so we arrive at the final question. With pre-orders booming, cities racing to adapt, and rivals scrambling to catch up, is this the end of the road or the beginning of the sky? The future of driving. Just a few years ago, flying cars were jokes and cartoons. Now, for under $10,000, they're hitting the skies above real cities with real people behind the controls. The Envo Aero One isn't perfect, it's not for long trips or high-speed thrills, but it does what no vehicle before it has done. Makes flight feel normal. And that changes everything. If average people can commute over traffic, deliver food across buildings, or escape the gridlock below, then the entire model of how cities move begins to shift. Roads become optional. Parking garages become obsolete. Elevators become takeoff points. It's not about going higher, said one urban futurist. It's about removing the limits we've accepted for too long. The Aero One proves that the next big mobility revolution won't be underground or electric. It will be above us. And it won't be led by Silicon Valley. It'll be built in Chinese factories, flown through Chinese cities, and exported to the world at scale. The future is airborne, and it's arriving faster than we expected. So here's the final question. Are we ready to give up the ground? Because the road ahead isn't on the road at all. It's in the sky. The Envo Aero One changes everything we thought we knew about personal transport. It's not just a flying car, it's a reset button on how we move. With a price tag under $10,000, modular batteries, and real-world test flights already underway, China isn't waiting for the future. They're building it, scaling it, and exporting it. While Western companies argue over prototypes and pilot programs, China's skies are getting busy, fast. Urban air lanes are being built, delivery fleets are going airborne, and ordinary people are starting to leave the ground behind. This isn't about luxury, it's about access, giving flight to the masses. But the question now shifts from, can we do it, to can we handle it? Cities, laws, safety systems, they all need to catch up. Because the Aero One is here, and it's not slowing down. So what do you think? Would you ride one? Do you see a future where the sky becomes our next commute lane? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because the future of driving might not involve roads at all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the sky.